said, just because something is hard to obtain does not mean that it is valuable. Just because it's difficult to get doesn't mean that it's valuable. These things were hard to obtain, so you presumed that they were valuable, but you didn't realize that what's genuinely valuable are friendships and relationships and a comfort and a confidence in yourself and peace of mind and sanity and being able to positively impact the people around you. So it got me thinking. I've been really sort of reflecting on this over the last year, and I did some research into the history of the pineapple. So 1492, Christopher Columbus lands on the island of Guadalupe. And for the first time ever, a Westerner sees a pineapple, right? And you look at it, and it's kind of a royal fruit. It's got this stupid crown on its head. And he writes in his journal, he describes the taste of a pineapple. If you'd never had a pineapple before, it would blow your head off. You know, if you haven't got processed foods.
Oh, I remember the first time I had a pineapple.
So sweet.
Yes.
It's insane.
Of course.
Anyway, they take a shipload, literally, back to the Prince of Spain, Prince Aragon II. Take this entire shipload back. One of them makes it that isn't rotten. And prince is allowed to eat it. And again, it almost gets this sort of mythical quality to it, the pineapple. Very quickly, the British, quite rightly so, they start to see it as this symbol of opulence, right? They see it as this symbol of wealth. So they would parade pineapples around at dinner on a platter, and they would use them over and over and over again. You could rent a pineapple, right, for the evening. This is the sort of house in which you might be able to see a pineapple, right? Castles had pineapple statues on the top of them. There would be fountains with pineapples at the front of someone's estate. All of this occurred because of the scarcity of a pineapple. It was £8,000 to get one pineapple.
Wow.
Right? That was the equivalent back then. £8,000. It was a symbol of privilege and opulence and wealth. And what it meant was that people really looked up to this one object. Then the French, a couple of hundred years later, they invent greenhouses. And that allows us to grow tropical fruits at higher climates, higher latitudes. Price drops. And guess what? No one starts parading the pineapple around anymore. The scarcity of it was largely determining the value of it. And that story, and what I called Rogan's value difficulty conflation, just because something is hard to obtain does not mean that it is valuable. Now, I would argue that a pineapple is valuable no matter how hard or difficult. It's like a dialed fruit, no matter how good or how difficult it is to get a hold of.